Hey everybody, so today we are going to be making a felt project today. I saw this project on Pinterest, but it didn't have any DIY instructions, so we are going to be making a fish aquarium. So the things you're going to need for this is basically just some felt and some scissors, and I'm going to be using a craft glue and also a Sharpie for the eyes. So if you have a felt board, that's all you really need. I actually bought this white. It's called stiffened felt. I think this was $1, and that's what my backdrop is going to be. And then you're going to need a color for the water, and then you're going to cut it down about halfway and then make some waves across the top. So I'm going to go ahead and cut mine at the top and then go ahead and cut it to fit. And you could either draw the waves out or just cut it. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw out some waves here, just so it's a little bit easier to cut it. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just basically any way you want. I probably could have just freehanded it, and so you're just going to go ahead, and I always cut the black line off so you can't see it. So whenever you're drawing on things, make sure that you make it large enough so that when you cut it, it's not too small with the black edge cut, because I cut underneath it. So basically just cut all that off, and it doesn't have to be perfect because your babies and your toddlers are going to be playing with this. You can use some scraps, but for the most part these two pieces need to be full sized. So go ahead and stick your waves on there, and if it's for some reason this is a little bit bigger, then you can just trim off the excess later on. That one looks pretty good, except for it's crooked. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my glue, and I'm going to glue the blue to the white. You don't have to. It can also be an extra added play, but I'm just going to go ahead and glue mine on, and then I'm going to cut off all of the excess. So I'm going to go ahead and take this Craft Bond glue. This is Elmer's. I'm hoping, I've never used this before, so I'm hoping that it works right. So I'm just going to take it and line it all over the place. Just a little bit, because I don't want it to line. I'm basically just going to put it around the edges so that my edges seal. And I think it was down to here on the bottom. But I can always add some more. I'm just going to do a light layer going across. Just because Jackson is so rough, I don't want him to rip it off. I'm actually just going to lay this one flat and then just take this one and put it about right here. And then flip it over and see how it looks. And then I'll squish it over just a little bit and then lay it all down nice and smooth. And then I'm just going to cut all around the excess. So you're just going to want to cut around here. And then I'll probably add a little bit more glue to the bottom just to make sure that it's nice and sturdy. I'm not sure why this piece of felt is larger than that felt, but maybe because when it stiffened, it shrank a little bit. Alright, oops. So if you have a cutter, you can also go around it. These scissors just aren't really the best. I'll finish that edge around. So you're just going to want to go ahead and smooth it on out and make sure all your pieces are laying down. And I'm probably going to add a little bit more glue up here since this is now my edge. And then I'll go all around this new outside that I cut and stick it down on there. And then again along the bottom, just kind of smooth it out like this. And then that's your base. So that is your inside of the aquarium here. So you can leave that off to the side to dry. And now we're going to do our fishies. I went ahead and I traced one out. This is going to be a goldfish, so I'll just go ahead and stick that on there. You can use basically any colors that you want. I have 2 greens for the coral that it showed. And then you're going to have a brown. So you're going to also want to make like a bottom for the sand. So you're just going to kind of make it wavy over here. So I'll draw some out again. So you're just going to kind of draw it wavy. And you can also put this side on the back, because I'm going to glue this piece on there too. You don't have to, but I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece too, just so that it's not movable. And I'm just going to make mine a little bit larger and just kind of freehand it, just so that it looks like a little sandy bottom. It doesn't have to be all the same length. And then you're just going to go ahead and take your blue again and then glue that to the bottom like a little sandy bottom of your tank. And then you can take all of your fishies and all of your other pieces, and then that can be what they play with and where they put everything. You could make some mermaids or a treasure chest. We are going to the beach, so I'm trying to think of some fun beachy kind of themed things, the ocean, fish and things like that, crafts that we can do, and things that we can take for the car ride. So just go ahead and grab that and then stick that to the very bottom of your, and then smooth it out. And again, I'll take my cutter and I will be cutting mine along the edge when it's done. So that's basically, this is basically what your board is going to look like. Okay, so I'm going to do my fish now, and I've already cut a goldfish out, and you can have as many fish as you want. I just will put mine in the little bag. So I have it's aqua color, and I have a red and a pink out, and I just freehand draw my fish. And this is the size of the little goldfish that I made a little while ago. You're just going to want to put a little eye on it. He's pretty cute. So for me, the easiest way that I draw my fish is by doing the tail first. And I know that's pretty odd, but I just draw the tail first. And like I said, make it a little bit larger than what you really need, because I am cutting mine out of the black. And this one is going to be a longer fish. And they don't have to be perfect. I probably should have drew mine over here so I didn't waste any, but you know, I usually try not to waste any felt because you never know when you're going to need that little piece. So just cut it out and make any kind of fish that you want. I am not really that creative or that good at cutting felt, so I'm probably just going to make some basic shapes here. If you find a template that you can print or trace from, that's great, but that's good enough for me. And I'm just probably going to just do that same shape to a couple other pieces of felt when I'm done. And now we're going to draw out some coral. That is basically just lines like a little tree. So I'm just going to draw these out, or I'll probably just cut them out because why not? So you're just going to want to cut from the base and then cut up. And then just kind of swoop it down. And then I'm going to add a little swoopy one. And they don't have to be the same size and shape, because coral is beautiful, and you could make pink coral, you could make red coral. So anything that you really want. There is no right or wrong. And I'm probably just really making this look crazy. So here, this is going to be one of my coral pieces here, which will be like that. Like I said, it's not the most pretty, but I think it looks great. So that would be how your coral would look on your thing. Here are some fishies. You could make some birds that come up in the sky here. I think it's looking really cute so far. So this one I'm going to make a coral piece also. These are just scrap pieces from when I made my Christmas tree from last year. So I'm just going to make this one like 4 pieces. I'm going to make it with a thick base and then come around here and make like a little loop. And then just make another little arm. These are just like little fingers. If you think of like hands, then you can make some coral. Like I said, there's no piece of coral. Okay, so here is the second piece of coral that I just cut. My camera kicked me off, so I don't know how far I got. So here's my fish. You could make a treasure chest with treasure if that's your theme that you're doing. I'm just going to go ahead and finish making my fish, and we'll be right back to show you how the finished product looks. So here is our finished project, and I hope you guys enjoy it. It was super easy to make, and all of these pieces come off, and they can just design anything that they want to. I will be adding some more pieces, extra ones, just so that they can have something different all the time. I'll probably be making another one for each boy, since I already purchased all the extra pieces. So this is really cute, and I really like it, and we will be making more of these kind of things in the future. So make sure to like and subscribe, and go ahead and leave a comment if you like these, and let me know any other projects that you would like to see us feature. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.